Sawadee krap. Hi, everyone.
Hello สวัสดีค่ะ
Hi.
สวัสดีค่ะ
I am here with a good friend of mine, Meiji Anorma. We've known each other for so long. And the reason I'm visiting you, one is because it's been way too long that we've seen each other. And now that it's safe to physically see each other, I have so many questions for you.
Yes
Because when we talk about wellness, fitness, health, well-being, I think you were one of the first pioneers to take this journey, to take the journey into being healthy.
right
Can we go back to when you decided to take this journey, this road to really take care of yourself and pursue learning more and more about health and fitness and wellness?
Oh, so finally, I will thank you so much for invite me to be part of your content too. แล้วก็ long time no see นะคะไม่ได้เจอ such a long time I haven't seen each other. So okay, my fitness journey I start from when I was 38 years old, but now I'm 44. Not talk about age, right? Okay, so I have very bad allergy person, like I have like very bad reaction symptom, like I have a lot of rash on my body, and then the dots on termite or everything is about the food that contain with the preservative. But so that's why my allergy is very hard to living with for about very fast reaction for that. And then after that, in every day I wake up with like sometimes you feel like you're not sick, but you feel like you're not fresh, but sometimes it is like in neutral about between of this, and then you feel like your life is not like, it's feel like you have life but you not have colors, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I relate because I think when a person has like the common cold or when you're not
Yeah
feeling well, it's like when you're in that period when you're not well, you don't see things vividly. You don't
yeah
see things in colors. You're miserable.
yeah
But then when you have a situation that you're in, it's more long term.
right. And then it just be part like that every day when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm sad, even and not have any sad story come in my life. I just feel like so. And then in every day, I feel really like easy fatigue. Like when I walk to the upstairs to meet my mom or something, I feel like I'm so tired. And after that, I decide to recheck up my body because I feel like I'm look like a 70 years old person. And then I went to check up in the hospital and check everything like the heart muscle health, metabolism, calorie burning, or about the blood pressure or everything. And then all the result that make me shocked. The doctor said, okay, so Meiji, your heart health now is like the person who 80 years old. And also your blood pressure very high, and then you will have low metabolism. So that's why you get gain weight very quickly, and then you are tired very easy. So and after that, I asked the doctor, okay, what I can do, because like right now I have very bad allergy about my symptom, and then you gave me everyday medication. I take it every day because our thought is about everything in my symptom is medicine can treatment. I
Right.
the doctor is only one solution. You talk about like 20 years ago, you talk everything about your life in the doctor's hand. But I was thinking that way too
At that time.
at that
So
time.
at that time, basically you're thinking like the average person. If
Yes,
something's wrong,
yes.
then you go to the doctor. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess your journey into wanting to change things was you wanted to put it in your own hands, your
Yeah.
own health, your own body. Am I
Right.
correct?
Yeah, it's correct. And then after that, when doctor he analyzed about my symptom, everything, and then my question is, okay, what? I asked, you are the doctor, right? I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what are you gonna do for me?
Mm-hmm.
It's your hand. You must to respond my life. Okay, you must to give me more medical. That's why you must to make me better. And then doctor said, he just like exhale for me. He said, hey Meiji, I gonna say you something is about your symptom and your bad allergy or your immune is no have any many medication in the world can treatment you except you change your life.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, how come? You need to change your routine, like what you're eating. He asked me about, okay, what you're eating, your routine, you any control that? Okay, about sugar control or about carbs control or about the any alcohol or something. I said, no, I don't know any nutrition or anything. I just eat what I want to eat. When I'm not hungry, I'm not eat. When I'm hungry, I just eat. This is like what I do right now. I said, yeah, okay, you need to change the plan about your food routine. And then he asked me about exercise. I said, I said, hey, doctor, how come you ask me exercise? Because you know I'm very fatigued very quickly. You ask me for running. I said, the doctor said, it's impossible. Even you're running, you're still tired. And then he asked me to be exercise. Is why you ask me like this? I was angry, the doctor, because he asked something that opposite for what I have the feeling, I don't understand. And then the doctor said, okay, Meiji, this is only one way that you can do. And then I went back home with very stressed. And then, okay, I have no choice for that. And then I've been thinking, okay, it's better than do nothing. I just start to run in the morning, but it's so tired. And so like, it feel like I go in the hell, check in at the door at the gate, the door, I think it's very difficult when you start for the first step for the person who not normal, who just very have bad and not healthy person. And yeah, it's very hard for me because like when someone they want to start to looking for themselves, maybe they start from the zero, start to 1, 2, 3, right? But for me, I start from minus. So that's why it's more difficult more than other people. So I just make every day like I not expect for the result. I just make every day like, okay, the result is I can't see. It's feel like when you run the marathon, you can't see the finisher when you start for the first stride, right?
Right.
I think the health journey is the same thing. More difficult is about if we start, we can't expect where is the result now. We must just stop, just go and go and go and go. And after that, you learn yourself about your mind, how about your feeling. Until a year gone, I just not expect what the result are gonna be, are gonna happen. And then after that, 1 year, I look back for myself where I came from. I thought I came very far from that. And then after that, my allergy symptom, it just like release and, just like it's better and better. I reduce my medication. I don't have to take medication allergy every day. I take like once a week. From running person, I can be run more about 5K. And after that, it's getting go more process, but the process is really slow until you can't see any different.
I think you just answered a lot of the questions I had in my mind because
Sorry.
we never really had this conversation because for me, watching your growth in
Right.
health, wellness, and your journey, all I saw was like results.
Yes, right.
I just, all of a sudden I see one day you decided to take this journey in being extremely healthy, and I've known you since we were young, so
Right,
we
yeah.
would go out a lot,
Yeah.
and you were the opposite of going to run.
Yeah, right, I know.
Like, or going to exercise. And if you watch Meiji on her social medias now, you would not even connect it to anything that she shared right now. So this is so inspiring that you're sharing so much about your personal journey, because some of my questions to you was related to what advice would you give people who are not, who are not health well versed in being healthy or well versed in fitness, and they might look at someone like you and feel intimidated.
Right.
But I think you just answered my question. Basically, you had your own journey, your own story, and you were also in a place that you didn't think you could do it, but you had to take that personal journey to see the personal results, which was very slow.
Right.
It was an instant.
Yeah, it is. The thing is about the result is don't have to be the physical result. Sometimes the result is just sometimes we come back to more listening yourself. Even you can't run fast, bet more than yesterday, but it is not mean like you don't see the result. But maybe you can run slow more than yesterday, but the result is happen in your mind every day. You need to learn more focus about your mental feeling too. The most people thinking about, okay, the result of the health or the fitness person must be lost weight or look a lot of muscle, or you must be the winner on the rest event. Yes, this is part of the what I said external, but the internal is like, you can see yourself, like you train yourself to be like more focused person. Maybe you can't run fast, but it teach you to be focused, and then teach you to be being patient and take time. It's feel like when you having shower, you can't clean for the whole year. The health is the same thing. Even now, I'm still learning because like I think health is it's just about everyday learning. It's not end. Yeah.
It's a consistent learning process.
Right.
And then what you were bringing up is very much about discipline.
Yeah.
And it's very much not about the physical appearance now. I think we used to attribute being healthy and fitness with looking the part.
Right.
But we don't necessarily are healthy if we're just looking the part.
Right.
You know, that's just on the surface. What's really important is also from the inside, that we're well from the inside,
right,
and also the outside.
Yeah, it's true. It's just sometimes it's like training yourself, training yourself, like don't have to be training like, okay, train hard, but sometimes you can just walk in the morning, like maybe an hour if you cannot run. Like, okay, what you get when you're walking, what you happen in your life, you make your blood flow every day, because in your muscle, sometimes it's like the muscle, they need the blood flow. So that's why it's like when walking, you moving with meditation. Some people said, okay, I don't like meditation. I can't sitting cross my legs and cross my arm and cross my eye because I have a lot of thinking in my brain. But the truth about meditation is don't have to be sitting for. You can be walking and listening your mind. So that's why you can get the physical training and mind training at the same time.
It's true. It's like, I think mindfulness comes in a lot of different forms. One of the things that I do when I'm on a TV set, or like
share yours.
What I do is like, I have this little like sketch book. So I sketch, and I have like colored pencils, and then that just puts me in a different place where I just feel a bit more calm and at peace. So I think it really depends on what works for you, but it is really important to be very healthy in your mind as well. That's another part of wellness that people forget about.
It's true, because like you must to fight, because like I believe about the human is like a lot of animals in the safari, like, okay, we are the tiger, you must to find like the how meditation like a tiger, and you are the monkey, maybe you just like the jumping like a monkey, like we have the different type of the human in the world, but sometimes you must to find what you feel like, you feel good with it. That's why this is your own way to be your own meditation. So sport is the same thing. If you like to be running, you just go running, but if you like it, you can do cycling or swimming. Find your own way. So that's why it's like, this is like, you can understand yourself. You don't have to be, okay, someone said, okay, this good for the other, but maybe it's not good for you or something like that.
So you just need to find something that works for you, for yourself
at the present time too. For example, like, okay, it's work for myself right now. I can say I love the triathlon so much, because the triathlon, the people said, oh, it's a top sport, like how you can do it. I said to the truth, even you want to be the triathlete, I believe it, you can do it. Even you want to be the triathlete, you can do it, because everything is all about take time to training. It's kind of like, okay, I want to be triathlete today, and tomorrow I got a trophy. It's not like that. It's just about training. If what you want to be, you just training and focus on it, and then you will get it. So that's why the triathlon, I said to you, is about, it's not difficult, but it difficult is when you love it, but you don't want to train it. Like, okay, for right now, I love the triathlon. Is it because like it's part of my meditation? Because like, when you're cycling, it's like you swim in the ocean, you swim like 2K, almost an hour. When you do cycling, you must do like 100K, like 3 hours. When you do half marathon, you're running like an hour. It's like
it sounds so intense.
But what I think is about, okay, this is part of my meditation, but in the future, maybe I will change to do something. So what I can say is about relate on your body, relate on your time, and then it's relate about your present time. Yeah.
You know what? You just inspired me. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and I'm gonna go for my first swim, first cycling. My last question before we end this session is, how do you feel when you overexert yourself? Because there has been cases out there where basically people who overexert find themselves on the opposite end. I mean, you have cases in marathons, triathlons, where people have just fell or you fainted, or maybe to the extreme might have passed away.
Right.
What's your take on that?
I used to feel like sometimes, it's just what happened before. Sometimes I feel like when I focus something, I'll focus and then until I forget something like other, like my husband, sometimes my family, or sometimes my job. Because like when I focus, I feel like I want to just go with it. I want to be the champ of this. And then I feel like I'm go beyond more. I start from fun.
Right.
And after that, I push myself to be like war.
Right.
I feel very stressed. I was so stressed. And then, but I can't stop myself. And then one day I wake up, I wake up in the morning, I feel like, oh my God, I'm so fatigued. And then I feel like I can't stop myself to do it. And then I just like share about, I have a lot of pressure in my mind. And then I say like, babe, I want to share you something. I feel like I'm very stressed in my mind, in my body now, but I can't stop myself. My husband said, how come? I don't know. I feel like I'm addicted with it. And then I want to be part, I feel like I want to focus until I look like insane person. And then my husband said, you know what? You can't make the money from this rest. But if you can make money or you can get like the 10 million from sponsor, like the world athlete, I will support you to do it.
Right.
Because this is the way of the athlete. You must to fly it.
Right.
You must to be crazy on it. Sometimes when you do with the money on it, you must to fly like a crazy people. This is part of the real athlete. You must to fly until like, until you die. This is a skill of that. My husband, because he used to be the athlete before.
Right.
So that's why he understands me. Is about sometimes I think I'm like a world athlete, but I just a person who love the sport. That's all. My husband said, remember, you will win your sport. You can't make money on it. It's not worth it. And then every day is about, remember, you must to make for happy. But if you beyond to be like straight for you, so that means it's like you lose your focus. He just want to point me about what my position to do right now, and then set my mental to be my position, because of my mental is more than what my position is. Yeah.
Wow, that's like there's a lot of internal and external balance that
Right,
you need to kind of factor in.
Right.
And then I think that kind of makes me see it from a different point of view, where a lot of times when you have cases where people overexert themselves, it's coming from an internal
Right.
process.
Right.
They might be extremely addicted to certain things that they're looking to achieve, like to win money or other factors.
Right. And go with a lot of ego,
Right.
Yeah, I know myself too, but the thing is about when you know yourself, but you can't stop it. Like, no, it's not enough for me. Is that okay? When you know, but you can't stop it. This is more process to about is what it's gonna be. I can feel like it's look like a spin of a lot of cycling momentum that I can't stop the fast speed of the circle of that, Yeah.
So I guess in all things in life, everything is based on balance in
Yes.
anything you do. Because when you do it to the extreme, then it's just to the extreme. So is there anything, I know you have a lot of fans. Like I have all the people around me are your fans because you're an inspiration. Is there any tips that you can give people who want to start living a healthy life?
Right. The healthy is everything. I have like magic number in everything in my life. Have you ever heard about like 80-20? That psychology of that?
Can enlighten me. Okay, what's the 80-20 psychology behind that?
Okay, for example, like when about your eating routine, right? You don't have to be like a crazy healthy junkie person, like 100% everything all about the healthy food. But sometimes you can eat ice cream, or you can go joy with friend with alcohol things, and but it's not like a sugar addictive. 20% is part of, you make your space like you can be naughty, but 20% is mean it's just a very small amount of percent in your life.
So it's like having those cheat days, or like that smaller percentage where you cheat sort of like, 80% you're healthy, 20% you can go out and
Right.
okay.
So that's why make your life is sometimes, like the junk food or sometimes like go to drink alcohol. It's not good for your health. But if you do just small amount of your percentage in your life, but it's a bad thing for the people thinking, but it's not harm you because you just make it not often, But in the other side, but if like the people like, okay, they're healthy, like eat a good food with a high nutrition, 20% in their life, but 80% they like junk food and addictive with the alcohol or less exercise, less moving, and like social media addictive every day. Anything about the bad addictive, like too much in 80%. Even you have like the clean food or fasting diet on 20%, it's not effect in the same way. So that's why what the effect in life is everything is about your mental, or you are not like to play social media about your mind, or you can be angry person, but just 20% in your life, it's okay. It's not change your habit, but 80% is your habit, but you can be angry. 20% is not your habit. It's the same thing with eating. It's the same thing with about your take to your mental. Like you like to see the social media. It's about the mind training, but you're not see social media for 80% in the life, but it's okay to know other people's life too.
Right.
I think this is a magic number for
So the
me.
magic number for you, 80-20, is based on 80%, whereas it's positive in your life, and
Right.
the 20%,
Yes.
it's sort of you give leeway for yourself to kind of do the stuff that you want to do.
Right. Yeah. Because like well, like we believe is we are not perfect, Even me, sometimes I feel angry, I feel the bad mood. But okay, I just think I can like, awareness myself, like, okay, I have that sometimes, but I'm not the person like that. But if like I bad mood every day, angry person every day, so 80% that's mean that's bad Anorma. But 20% is just like, okay, you can control it, but sometimes you can't control it, but it's okay, just let it go. So I believe it's about no one can't do everything perfect, like 100%. Even me too now, every day. Like, people are, hey, Meiji, you eat sugar, or yes, it is.
You're
Right.
human.
I am the human being. Are you angry? Yes, I just angry my husband yesterday. I just pissed off.
So what you see, well, this is wonderful to know, because it's like,
What?
well, I mean, seeing you on social media is like, oh my God, triathlon, marathon, she's perfect. Nothing goes wrong with her.
I have a lot. And then, like sometimes like, everything like, yeah, I have cake. I just have like chocolate chip. I have like a sneaky, it's made happy.
Okay, we
right?
all have hope now.
Right.
We all have hope. We just need to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Meiji.
Yeah, thank you พี่
Thank
ขอบ
you.
คุณมากค่ะขอบคุณ
Thank you.